Just moving before during next topic, it's better if we can just do a review of what we have done yet. So moving on to the very first question, that is like, what is the purpose of using numerator in Unity? So here we have option number 1, to store a list of game objects, to manage and iterate through collections, to define coroutines that yield execution over multiple frames, to define custom components for a game object. For sure, there is like ambiguity, you can say, between the B and C, because the basic definition of enumerator is to manage and iterate. It's not basically to manage, it's basically just to iterate through a collection. So the management is here something extra, and this option C defines that to define coroutines. Obviously in Unity we use enumerator to define coroutines that yield execution over multiple frames. So the correct answer that is most perfect for this question is the option number C. Okay, so the question number 2 is, how do you start an enumerator method as a coroutine in Unity? It's like start coroutine and then it's the enumerator method. Enumerator method, for example, like we did change color and move character, move our player, and then it was like a countdown. So what we done, we just write like the start coroutine and then we write down the name of the enumerator method. That's basically the coroutine. So option number 1 is correct, and all others basically they're all false. It's basically you need to be familiar with the context, how to write the coroutine. Was the following is a valid use of yield return statement in an enumerator method? Yield return null, yield return new, wait for seconds 1. Obviously we use option number A if we don't want to return anything, and we wait for 1 second. We have used both of these. Yield return new, wait until there is a specific condition that we need to meet. Obviously there is another, that's basically another way of meeting the condition. It's basically a method and we want the condition to be met. That's basically also true. So all the conditions are true, so option number D is the correct. So all the options are correct. So all the options that are mentioned here are correct. So option number D is the correct answer. So moving into the fourth one, which of the following method is required to be called to execute a coroutine in Unity? Execute coroutine, start coroutine, invoke coroutine, and run coroutine. So I haven't learned anything related to execute, invoke, and run. So option number B is the correct one. If we want to execute a coroutine, we just need to start the coroutine. What is the type returned by an enumerator in Unity? What's the return type of enumerator in Unity? Is it enumerator? Is it void? No. It's coroutine? No. It's enumerator of T type? No. It's basically just an enumerator. Option number A is the correct. Okay, how can you stop a running coroutine in Unity? Stop coroutine, enumerator method, end coroutine, enumerator method, terminate, and cancel coroutine. So option number A is the correct. It's basically a stop coroutine. If you want to really stop the coroutine, you need to write in like stop coroutine the way you just start the coroutine, and then you need to write in the name of the method. Which of the following is not a valid return type for a method marked as enumerator in Unity? For example, if there is a coroutine in Unity, what's not the return type? What's not the valid return type? Wait for seconds, yeah. Yield return new, wait for seconds, yield return null, yeah. Wait until, yeah, that's totally correct. But option number C is not the correct. We don't say wait, yield return coroutine. Coroutine is not thing, okay? So option number C is the correct answer. What happens if yield return null is used in an enumerator coroutine? So it says what happens if yield return null is used in an enumerator coroutine. Option, the coroutine pause for 1 frame before continuing. The coroutine completes immediately. The coroutine yields for 1 second. The coroutine doesn't execute. It's like the coroutine pauses for 1 frame before continuing. The answer A is correct. Let me just confirm one time. Yeah. So yeah, that was something that we didn't cover. For example, if you write like yield return null, it means that the coroutine has to pause for 1 frame before continuing to the next line, right? Or before moving next. Can you tell yield return outside of an enumerator method in Unity? Can you call yield return outside of an, okay. Obviously it's not allowed. Yes, it's allowed in any method. No, it can only use inside an enumerator method. No. Yes, but only in coroutines. No, it's not allowed inside Unity's main thread. Okay. So the question here that is arised, so can you use yield return null or yield return some sort of wait for some sort of seconds? We cannot use that. That's basically the purpose of coroutine, is that we can execute multiple items without disturbing our main thread, and it pauses for a certain period of time, and then it resumes the same action after that certain amount of time. So using it outside of Unity doesn't make sense. Okay, so option number B is the correct. So the next one is, which of the following is a valid way to create a delay in a coroutine in Unity? Yield return new wait for seconds. 2, yield return wait. Okay, option number A is the correct.